Disclaimer: this PPT has been prepared by referring different sources, which includes figures, diagrams from internet as well as from prescribed text and reference books. To prepare this PPT, I have referring many sources in internets, textbooks and reference books. I do not claim any originality in preparing this video or PPT. This PPT or video is exclusively for the purpose of education and not for any financial gains. I wholeheartedly thank all those who have directly or indirectly contributed to do this PPT or video. Thanks to everyone. Hello, dear student friends. For this semester, I am handling you fluid power systems. Course code for this subject 17ME72. Number of lecture hours per week 4. Total number of lecture hours 50 hours. Internal marks 40. Semester end exam marks 60. Exam hours 3. Credits for this subject 4. Course objectives. There are 5 course objectives. Why to study fluid power system. First objective, to provide an insight into the capabilities of hydraulic and pneumatic fluid power system. To provide an insight capabilities of hydraulic fluid power system and pneumatic fluid power system. Hydraulic fluid power system is a power transmitting system. Here liquid is used as a working medium, and pneumatic fluid power system, it is also power transmitting system. Here gas is used as a working medium. Second one, to understand the concepts of force, pressure, energy and power in a fluid power system. Force, pressure, energy and power, these are the 4 basic parameters used in the fluid power system. To understand the concepts and relations between them, to study fluid power systems. To examine concepts on sources of hydraulic power, rotary and linear actuators, distribution systems, hydraulic flow in pipes and control components in the fluid power system. To examine sources of hydraulic power, different types of actuators, different types of distribution systems and hydraulic fluid flow in the pipes, and to control the direction, pressure and flow rate of the fluid in the hydraulic systems. So to understand all these concepts, you want to study fluid power system. Fourth objective, exposure to build and interpret hydraulic and pneumatic circuits related to industrial applications. In this case, see, there is a one trial version software is there, Fluid Sim. You want to install in your laptop and construct or build some small hydraulic and pneumatic circuits and simulate it. You come to know how the hydraulic and pneumatic circuits will work for the different applications. Fifth one, to familiarize with logic controls and troubleshooting. You are familiarized with logic controls like OR gate, AND gate, NOT gate, And if any problems associated with hydraulic system in pumps, in motors, in reservoir or in control components, you want to recognize the what is the problem associated with and troubleshoot it. So these 5 basic objectives are very useful to understand the fluid power system. Course outcomes. Once you gone through this fluid power system, these 5 outcomes are studied. First one, you are able to identify and analyze the functional requirements of a fluid power transmission system for a given applications. Once you studied the subject, you are able to identify and analyze the functional requirements of fluid power system. Second outcome, visualize how a hydraulic or pneumatic circuit will work to accomplish the functions. Third outcome, design an appropriate hydraulic or pneumatic circuit on or combination circuit like electro-hydraulics, electro-pneumatics for given application. Once you studied the subject, you are able to design hydraulic or pneumatic circuits or combination of circuits. Fourth outcome, select and size the different components of circuits, whether it is two-way valve, three-way valve, component size of cylinder, single cylinder or multi-cylinder, or single acting cylinder or double acting cylinder, like that. Next is fifth outcome, develop a comprehensive circuit diagram by integrating the components selected for the given application. As I told in the objective part, fluid sim software, there is many options are there to select different components. So once you build the circuit, you can add and remove the different concepts, different components, and you can check it which one is suitable for particular applications. Textbooks for this subject. 3 textbooks are there as per VTU. These are the reference books. These are the reference books. Web references. For fluid power system, as a OBE activity, I offer 2 elements. One is build 10 circuits, 5 circuits from hydraulic system and 5 circuits from pneumatic system using a fluid sim software for all students. And second one, hands-on workshop on building few pneumatic circuits. This is for only interested students. These 2 OBE activities I will offering you. Now I will go for your syllabus, module 1, introduction to fluid power system. This is the syllabus. To complete module 1, 10 hours required. The module 1 consists of basic concepts of fluid power system, structure, working principle, Pascal law and its applications, different types of fluids, properties, filters, strainers, sources of contamination, how to control the contaminations, and heat exchangers. Fluid power, it is a technology that deals with generation, control and transmission of power using pressurized fluids. As you know, fluid power, the power is developed by a pressurized fluids. That power is utilized for to complete the task or to complete the assigned work. Fluid power is called hydraulic system or a hydraulics. When the fluid is a liquid, means when the working medium is liquid, that system is called hydraulics. When the working medium is gas, that system is called pneumatic system. Hydraulic systems use liquids such as petroleum oils, synthetic oils and water. Pneumatic systems, generally air is used as a working medium. Occasionally nitrogen gas is used as a working medium. Hydraulic system. Definition of hydraulic system. It is a power transmission system in which liquid is used as a working medium to transmit power from one part of the hydraulic system to the another part of the hydraulic system. Here the power is generated by liquid. Liquid, here different kinds of liquids used such as petroleum oils, mineral oils, synthetic oils and water. Fluid is incompressible, which results in high efficiency. See, when fluid is incompressible, it gives a better result and it gives a very high efficiency and better performance. It is a closed system. Same liquid is used again and again. And hydraulic system is suitable for high pressure applications up to 700 bar pressure. Block diagram of hydraulic system. This is the block diagram. See, if you consider any hydraulic system, the hydraulic system has 6 basic parts. One is reservoir, second is pump, third is motor, fourth is actuator, fifth is valve, sixth is piping connections. See, here first one, the fluid reservoir. Here it stores the hydraulic oil. Filter, if any impurities present in the liquid, filters them and sends it to pump. Here before starting the working of pump, there is pump connected to motor. Motor is the main power source. It drives the pump. Here motor, it is AC, electric motor. It drives the pump. Pump, see, when the fluid enters from filter to pump, it raises the pressure from lower level to the higher level and then sends it to pressure regulator. Suppose the pressure of the liquid from the pump crosses its limits or crosses its prescribed limit, the pressure regulator sends the liquid to reservoir. To avoid some problems arises with control valves or actuator, to avoid this, the pressure regulator sends the pressurized liquid to the reservoir. Suppose the fluid pressure is normal to the presetted pressure, it sends it to control valve. The control valve, it is a 3-position control valve. Position 1, position 2, position 3. Position 1 is half position, position 2 forward, position 3 return. See, position 1 half means there is no connection between this pipe to this pipe, means this pipe to this pipe. It means there is no flow, there is no fluid movement. It is a half position. Second position is forward. In this forward, see, this pipeline connects to here, the bottom part of the actuator, and this pipeline connect to a return line towards reservoir. This is forward. In forward position, what will happen? Just look into it. This pipe, pressurized liquid comes to control valve, connects it to bottom of the actuator. Pressurized liquid comes and fills the space and lifts the piston upward, and this liquid fills the entire surface available in the actuator, and whatever the liquid present over here, it will goes back to reservoir like this, to reservoir. It is a forward position. In forward position, the piston will move up and lifts the weight, and once the forward option is over and the piston will come back to its original position, that will happen in third position, that is return. In return stroke, this pressurized liquid directly connected to this pipe and pushes the piston downwards, and whatever the liquid present over here, it moves back to this pipeline connection like this and go towards tank. This is the operation of hydraulic system, and this same procedure will repeated for several applications. This is also a block diagram using symbols. See, this one is the symbol of reservoir, symbol of filter, symbol of pump, symbol of motor, symbol of pressure relief valve, symbol of direction control valve, symbol of actuator. Components of hydraulic power system. As I told, 6 basic components. Tank or reservoir, it is the first part, used to stores the hydraulic liquid. Second part, pump, it is used to force the liquid to the rest of the hydraulic circuit from the reservoir. It converts mechanical energy into hydraulic energy. Third part, electric motor, it is the main power source. It drives the pump. Fourth part, actuator, it converts pressure of the fluid into mechanical force or mechanical torque to do useful work. Fifth part, valves, they are used to control the fluid pressure, fluid direction and fluid flow rate throughout the system. And last part, piping, it carries fluid from one location to another within the circuit. Advantages. Fluid power systems are simple, easy to operate and can be controlled accurately. In fluid power system, multiplication of forces and variation of forces may happen. Variable pressures can be used. Fluid power system is a low weight to power ratio. Fluid power systems can be used where safety is the vital importance. Hydraulic systems are uniform in operation and smoothly working. Limitations: hydraulic elements have to be machined to a high degree of precision, which increases manufacturing cost of the system. See, hydraulic fluid, it is a liquid, so high precision equipments are required, because suppose a less accuracy part or less precision parts are utilized in the system, there may be a possibility of leakages, and it leads to a less performance or a less efficiency. Working fluid is necessary, that is a liquid. So where liquid is there, there is a possibility of leakage and disposal of waste, filtering the liquid. These are some problems associated with the fluid. Hydraulic systems are temperature dependent. So here liquid is utilized, temperature is directly proportional to viscosity. So when temperature is varies, viscosity is also varies. This is also one of the problems associated with the hydraulic system. Hydraulic oil poses many problems such as disintegration due to aging and chemical deterioration. Hydraulic elements have to be specially treated to protect them against rusting, corrosion, dust, dirt, etc. See, hydraulic elements, suppose if not treated specially, there may be a possibility of rusting the components, corrosion of components, dirt or dust adhered to the components. Hence, to avoid these problems, the hydraulic elements are specially treated. Applications: hydraulic systems are utilized in agriculture industries or agriculture equipments, aviation, building industry, construction equipments, defense, entertainment, fabrication industry, food and beverages, foundries, and material handling systems. These are some of the applications of hydraulic power system.